He thought he could stop his adult daughter's criminal case before it even began. No lawyer. No consent. Stand mute. Those were his instructions. But this judge wasn't about to let a sovereign citizen's script take over the courtroom. What happened next is a perfect example of why these arguments almost never work.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You are Ms. Whiteford, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
So I will call case 268352SM1. Ms. Whiteford, you are appearing for arraignment purposes this morning, and you're appearing with Ms. Mistley, who is the defense attorney with the Michigan Indigent Defense Commission, here to assist you. Ms. Mistley, did you have the opportunity to review the allegations on the complaint, nature of the offense, and possible maximum penalties with Ms. Whiteford?
I did not. If we could double check her phone number, please.
Sure. Ms. Whiteford, what is a good phone number for you? All right, well, I'm going to place you and Ms. Mistley into a breakout room, which is a private meeting room that you'll be able to discuss your case with her, okay?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you tell me what you're appearing for today?
I'm here to help my daughter. I'm here as a helper. She has no idea what to expect with court. Neither do I, but I'd like to help her work through it.
All right, who is your daughter?
Francesca Whiteford.
All right, so she's currently meeting with her attorney, or the attorney that's provided at the time of the arraignment for
Oh man, can I talk to him too, or somehow, or what? We don't want her having an attorney. We just want to find out what's going on.
Okay, well,
we don't want her. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So this is the time for her arraignment.
She does not consent to any of this. She consents to nothing. So we don't want the lawyer tricking her into accepting something. That's all I'm looking for. She doesn't want a lawyer.
Right, are you you said you're her father or her parent?
Yes, I am.
Okay, is there like a guardianship in place or something like that?
No, I'm just helping her protect the rights that she has, because we're not even sure what ones she has, but we're not giving up any. She does not consent, and she does not want a lawyer right now. If you have an advocate for her that we can ask legal questions to try to understand this quagmire, that's great. She does not want a lawyer right now. She does not plead anything. She's going to stand mute.
Right, so if you're not her guardian, you would not be able to speak for her, and this is the time of the arraignment.
Well, it's my understanding that with her consent, she can call on anybody for help with her consent, and that's exactly what we're doing. She's scared to death of this court system.
Okay. Right, so sir, this is, like I said, this is the time of her arraignment. All right, it is her court date. I have no problem with that if you're present, but at this time it's not appropriate for you to speak for her. Okay.
I can't be with her because we weren't able to come into court. This is not our fault. I need to be full communication with her during this, so she does not accept something that she should not be accepting. And she's going to stand mute. She does not want a lawyer getting her into the system. We just need an advocate for her, a legal advocate. That's the only thing she needs, and she's pleading. She's standing mute. She does not consent, and she does not understand. These are very clear things that I'd like you to put on the record. She does not consent. She does not understand. You do what you have to do.
Okay.
We're calling for immediate dismissal of all charges right now. So I'd like you to put that on the record.
So Mr. Zablocki, You're not an attorney that's representing her, is that correct?
I am representing her, and I am not claiming to be an attorney. I have no desire to be an attorney. We just do not understand this legal system right now, and she needs help to be able to understand before she pleads anything of any kind, and she wants to see her accuser. So we need to see the accuser before this court goes further.
Right, so right now, she is meeting with the MIDC attorney, okay?
I can't even believe it. She got tricked into it. I'm not happy.
Okay,
I'm not happy at all with that. She's being tricked into that. I want that on record. She does not want a lawyer right now.
All right, so Mr. Zablocki, so at this time, you are not her attorney, and you do not have guardianship or legal power of attorney or anything like that over her, is that correct?
I do not. She is her own woman, and she is not the all caps Francesca Barbara Whiteford that you guys have her listed as. We're very confused, and we're feeling like we're being rushed and we're being abused by this system. She needs somebody to talk to before she gets it, before she agrees to anything at all with your system. Zero.
So, Mr. Zablocki, because those things are not present, you speaking on her behalf is not appropriate at this time, okay?
When does her helper get to speak then?
I'm here now.
Okay, so I'm going to place you on mute at this time, and I will inform the court of what's going on, okay? So, Ms. Mistley, Mr. Steven Zablocki is indicating that he is the father of Ms. Whiteford. He has not indicated that he is an attorney representing her or has any legal authority over her, but he expressed some concern. I have placed him on mute at this time.
Well, she's a 33-year-old woman, perfectly capable, from my discussion with her, of making decisions. She's very competent. I have no hesitation about proceeding.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, did you have enough time with Ms. Whiteford?
I did, and we will waive a further reading of the misdemeanor complaint, tender pleas of not guilty, and request assigned counsel at this time.
So in that case, Ms. Whiteford, we will enter that not guilty plea on your behalf. In order to complete a petition for assigned counsel, I need to place you under oath and ask you some questions. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the information you're about to give will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You may lower your hand. So in that case, an attorney will be assigned to you. For you, the next step in the process is a pre-trial conference. It will be scheduled for August 13th at 9:30 a.m. And
Okay.
that's in person here at the district court.
Okay. In front of who?
Right. Pardon?
Who will the judge be?
It will be Judge Stepka.
Okay.
Okay. You should be hearing from your attorney within the next week, so if you have any changes in your contact information, please let the court know immediately. Not only is that where we'll mail you your notices to, but it's also the information that we would be giving that attorney in order for them to reach out to you. Okay?
Okay.
In that case, Ms. Mistley, it does not appear that bond has been set in this case. Is there any information I should know regarding bond?
Also, Ms. Whiteford is 33 years of age. She has 2 children, a 5-year-old girl, 14-year-old boy. She has resided in Traverse City since she was about 15 years of age. As she just told you, she has recently started a new job. I'm not aware that there were any problems with her appearing in court as scheduled in her previous cases. She did share with me, with regard to her prior record, that those incidents occurred as a result of her substance use disorder, which she has successfully gotten controlled substances out of her life, and she's to be commended for that. She has not used any heroin in how many years did you tell me?
Since 2018.
Yeah, since 2018. So she's doing a great job there, which certainly would lead me to believe she'll have similar success with alcohol.
Yes.
I have no doubt that she will appear for every hearing and follow all of this court's bond conditions. We would ask, again, for a personal recognizance bond and the standard terms and conditions involving an operating while intoxicated case. Thank you.
Okay, so in that case, we will do a $5,000 PER bond. It is a personal recognizance bond, so you don't need to post any money, but it is your promise that you'll be at all future court appearances and follow all bond conditions.
Okay.
Bond conditions will be that you cannot consume or possess any alcohol, any illegal substances, or illegal drugs or mood-altering substances, no marijuana, and no non-prescribed medications. You'll need to submit to discretionary PBTs as well as daily AM PBTs.
Okay.
You'll need to submit to discretionary urine screens. Discretionary simply means that anytime the police or the court were to request a test from you, you would have to submit to that. You could not refuse.
Okay.
You shall not enter into any bar or casino. You cannot engage in any threatening, intimidating, harassing, or violent behavior towards any person, and you must be respectful of all court employees, service, and/or care providers. You may not operate a motor vehicle without a valid license, registration, and insurance, nor with the presence of any alcohol, illegal substance, or controlled substance. Do you understand those bond conditions?
I do not understand. No, exactly. It's kind of confusing.
Okay. Right, so the PBT test, there's PBT testing, and there's also urine screens that are discretionary. So the only time that you would have to do those would be if the police or the court requested one from you. In addition to that, you'll need to test daily with PBTs. Okay, I am okay if you want to get an in-home unit, or you'll have to go to New Directions on a daily between 6 and 9 a.m. for that PBT testing. Okay.
Okay.
You will get an email by 3 p.m. with those instructions. If you do not get that email, make sure that you reach out to the court to make sure that we have your correct email address, but also to make sure that you have those instructions so that you can remain compliant. If you have additional questions, you can always speak with our bond officer, and she will be able to help you with some of those questions, okay?
All right. And then what do I do? I'm not sure if my license is valid or not because it said that I refused the chemical test. Does that mean it was instantly suspended, or I don't understand?
Oh, I am not sure. I wouldn't be able to know if your license is valid. Ms. Mistley, it looks like you wanted to say something.
Yeah. So it was valid before, let's say on June 19th, you had valid driving privileges, correct?
Correct. And chauffeur's license.
Okay. So, and it sounds as though law enforcement is filled out a form saying they had requested you to take either a blood test or a breathalyzer test and you declined to do so?
Correct.
Okay, so that does result in an automatic suspension of your driving privileges.
Okay.
But you have not received
Can I get them back
in the mail?
or anything?
Well, that's something you can discuss at greater length with your assigned attorney, but have you gotten anything from Secretary of State yet in the mail?
No. Nope.
Okay.
They did take my ID though, too, so I didn't know about how I do that with PBTs.
You're probably going to need to go to Secretary of State. Well, I don't know if you can do this online or not and get a Michigan ID. Because you would have to go through a process with Secretary of State to try to get that suspension lifted. I think there's probably a hardship provision, but you'll need to discuss that at greater length with your driving record with your assigned counsel. But there is an.
So does that mean today then? I'm sorry. Does that mean today I need to go to Secretary of State before tomorrow morning for the PBT? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for explaining that.
No, I would also encourage you to reach out to the court and speak with the bond officer if you have any questions so that you can get more information. If you have concerns or questions, you can certainly reach out and speak with that bond officer for specific instructions, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
So one other piece of information, it sounds like we can help with some identification for the purposes of testing. So like I said, make sure that you reach out to the court, speak with the misdemeanor bond officer to be able to help you out, okay?
Okay.
All right.
This hearing centers on Francesca Whiteford's arraignment, where the biggest disruption comes not from the defendant, but from her father, who repeatedly insists she should refuse a lawyer, stand mute, reject the court's authority, and demand to face her accuser before anything proceeds. The court calmly explains that because she is a competent 33-year-old adult, her father has no legal authority to speak for her or represent her. After meeting privately with appointed counsel, Whiteford chooses to move forward with legal representation. A not guilty plea is entered, and the judge grants a $5,000 personal recognizance bond, meaning she pays no money as long as she follows strict bond conditions. Throughout the hearing, the judge remains patient, answers her questions about the conditions, and ensures she understands the next steps instead of allowing sovereign citizen-style arguments to derail the proceedings.